Merkaba rising. Okay, this picture on the screen is one picture that I was driving down the street. Story, okay, before we start. And it was early in the morning. And I stopped at the light. Originally, it was red, of course, and it would seem no other cars but the stillness, as though something needed to be captured right then in that moment. So I picked up my camera and just started snapping pictures of the same image. But those of you that can see, feel free to find what's in the image. And those of you, this is a real picture at a stoplight. If you could see it, I saw so much, but I'm sharing it. Now, let's get back to Merkaba Rising, Part 1, Session 1. So, we said before that I was going to go over my notes on this picture is so awesome. If you can just see what's in it. Okay, so Merkaba. I'm going to do some reading, of course. I have my glasses this time. I can see. Yes. Okay, Merkaba. It opens a path toward spiritual enlightenment. A map of consciousness. It is. A guiding. It guides the seeker through layers of spirituality. The Merkaba is a sacred tool of transformation, a bridge between the physical and the divine, between the seen and the unseen, a symbol of access to divine realms and an invitation to the human soul to remember its origin and purpose. Okay, let's read that other sentence again. Remember, these are my notes. A symbol of access to divine realms and an invitation to the human soul to remember its origin and purpose. When activated with awareness and intention, the Merkaba becomes a vessel for ascension, transformation, direct experience to higher realms. Okay, so let me read that one more time. When activated with awareness and intention, the Merkaba becomes a vessel for ascension, transformation, and a direct experience to higher realms. Me like. In the beginning, this was going to be like a bunch of short ones, but I'm going to read more of my page and then jump back to what we were doing yesterday. A little bit of something. When activated, okay, we did that. That's what happens. When in alignment, there is divine visions. There are out-of-body experiences with celestial beings, transfer of consciousness into other dimensions, traveling through realms of light, receive downloads of knowledge, and returning with renewed sense of clarity and purpose. And it's also a shield. I know I'm not going to talk about my experience because it's not for everyone. A shield of protection, when fully activated, creates a toroidal field that not only expands one's energy, but also filters out negative frequencies. Keep it connected to source energy while navigating challenges of the physical realm. A lot to remember, maybe, maybe not. And I only just read one of my page of notes. But this is session 1, and I have 3 pages. Let's see. What? Okay, so let's make this session just a little longer, and then we'll just do the other part. So, the Merkaba. Merkaba rising, y'all. It can not only unify opposites, as talking about the divine masculine and feminine within us all, balances our thoughts. Who needs that? We all do. Balancing our thoughts. Nah, I'm not going to call that on anyone. Let's call it as balanced already. And that is what is. So, and our emotions are balanced. Structure, flow, grounding, and ascension. Interesting notes. So it can unify the opposites, our divine masculine and our feminine, balances our thoughts and emotions, our structure, flow, grounding, and ascension. Could you imagine? Just all balanced. True spiritual movement comes from inner harmony, not from escape, but integration. I think it's a good thing to stop right there. Okay. That is awesome. Remember to do your research. Yes. Yeah, I see better with my glasses really up close, and that is a nice picture. I'm just going to go back to our notes. So remember this? Yeah, those of you who have the Chromecast, we're still in the Chromecast book. Look, so this got started. Generating video overview. Look, I found this thing the other day, and right here. That's where it is. I started it it was started quite a while before I actually began. I went, made something to eat, came back. This is a lot of information to generate in a video. It said it may take a while. It definitely is. However, the curiosity hit me on the Merkaba mysticism and practice. This other part, let's take this off here, and this part right back. That. Wait. Yeah. There it is. That one. Yeah, we don't need the whole circle. But that one right there. So we're going to click on that one. But I wanted to go over this first. Yes. For those of you who don't have the resource for the Chrome and you are interested, these titles right here, and I'll erase this so my little wiggle line so you can screenshot the whole screen if you want the titles for your research. But as for now, I'm going to go over this middle section under the chat. So the Merkaba mysticism, meditation, and geometry is the part that is being read right now. The provided text explores the concept of the Merkaba, contrasting its traditional Jewish mystical meaning with its modern New Age interpretations. It may be hard to see that part, huh? There. How about that? Historically, Merkaba mysticism is an ancient school of Jewish esotericism focused on Ezekiel's vision. Uh-oh. Those of you who tried to bite this and say, we don't need to do that. That ain't right. It's in your Bible. Oh, stop. Let it go. Who said that? So let's get back to this. Anyway, in our now, Jewish exorcism focused on Ezekiel's vision of the divine chariot and heavenly accents to the throne of God, explicitly forbidden for public discussion. Wonder why? Among early Jewish sages. Conversely, New Age perspectives treat the Merkaba as a personal light vehicle or energy field, often visualized as a star tetrahedron that can be activated through specialized meditation and breathing techniques to achieve spiritual development. To achieve spiritual development, Christ consciousness, or dimensional ascension. A Reddit discussion highlights this confusion, showing a non Jewish individual seeking answers about the light vehicle and soul safety, only to be met with clarification from Jewish users who explain that the traditional Merkaba concept is highly metaphoric, esoteric, and distinct from modern physicalized interpretations. Well, one thing it's not, and that's distinct. But we clicked on that the other day and wanted to go ahead and get that read out for you. Hopefully you got my notes, and if not, it should be on the side of the video, which is another thing that I did like about the Chrome. Chrome doesn't pay me for this. No, I'm just using it. Another thing about the Chrome is that everything that was said is actually going to be on the video. Yes. And if that ever generates, I'm not sure how long it'll be. We may actually be able to share it. So, but then if you haven't got the titles, go ahead and get it. You can shrink my little self here. Oh, and then there's a practice resource right there where I'm highlighting on the right there. And a few more seconds to snapshot this, or you can just get it in another part, just rewind. Okay, so clicking on the Merkaba mysticism and practice. Let's shrink that a little bit. Is it possible? No. It looks like part of the words are, there it is. Ah. This I clicked on earlier. Yes, I'm not going to read it because I'm sure you guys mostly should be able to make the wording out. But I am also going to. There's something that I clicked on earlier. Okay, that opened up. Okay, that wasn't it. Let's go back. Okay, yeah, it got really small. Alright, bring that back. Okay, that didn't work out. Let's get back out of there. Yeah, that didn't work out at all. Can we escape? Okay. Yeah, we're still practicing. Thought I had it right for you, but that didn't seem to actually do the job. Huh? Nice picture. Yeah, I wanted to show you another picture, and that actually just helped me remember. And that was yesterday's screencast. Let's get back to the notebook and see if we can rectify this. without closing it. Okay, so yeah, the outline is not being showed right now. And that's the biggest that the screen is actually going to show. So hopefully you did get a snapshot of it. We're going to skip that for now because the notebook doesn't pause. No, it does not pause. So I'm going to go into a couple of photos here. Ah, yeah, it's another one. Now this one is not something I'm just sharing. Those of you who like, it's just one of my paintings. It's not even the whole actual painting, but the vision came from something that was seen in my room. And it's just sitting here, and it just was like, that is what my wall looks like, but my wall really looks clear. But when I look at it, it's not clear, not through a lens. So, yeah, just sharing. Have a great day. Thanks for joining Session 1 of Merkaba Rising. Do your research. Join us.